Team 29 forecast.
You're looking live at a gray, gloomy midday as viewed by our Carter Mountain weather camera. And we're looking at stable conditions along and east of the Blue Ridge, so that will keep the thunderstorms to a minimum, at least in the short-term outlook. Hello, I'm Storm Team 29 meteorologist Josh Fitzpatrick. The next big thing I'm tracking from the Weather Center is going to be a risk for some severe weather later today, tonight, and into the first half of your Wednesday. Right now, we're watching a storm line off to the west into West Virginia. It may impact the Shenandoah Valley over the next couple of hours before it weakens, and then a new batch of storms will arrive tonight and into your Wednesday. Here's that first forecast. This is for Central Virginia. We're going to have cloudy, gloomy skies. Temperatures will be in the 50s and 60s all day long, perhaps near 70 by the end of the day, and then a better chance of storms will arrive as we head into tonight. Storm Team 29's live Doppler radar shows the entire area currently is storm-free, but there's been a prolific line of storms come out of the Ohio Valley that has produced tornadoes and straight-line winds across the Huntington area into Charleston and south into Beckley. Now, this storm line is approaching areas to the west, and you'll notice it is moving into eastern West Virginia and along the Allegheny front. Now, as it crosses over the higher terrain, it'll begin to weaken as it moves into a more stable atmosphere, but it may not weaken enough that as it approaches areas along I-81, Harrisonburg, and into Stanton, and especially west, we may have a severe thunderstorm warning issued as we head into the next couple of hours. So Shenandoah Valley, you're most favored to see a quick hitting storm over the next couple of hours before we begin to see a break. And then the atmosphere is going to reload, and we're watching severe weather start to redevelop across areas of Tennessee into Kentucky, and especially as we go into Ohio, this corridor will likely see some long track tornadoes later today, and then again in weakening form we'll head our way tonight into tomorrow. Any thunderstorm that gets going today, tonight, tomorrow morning will pose a damaging wind risk, a localized wind damage report perhaps, and maybe some large hail. The overall tornado threat is on the low side, and also the flood risk overall is low, but especially north of I-64, officially there's a flood watch until about 6 o'clock on Wednesday for Greene, Madison, and Culpeper counties, and off to the north and northwest. This area may have some local high water in the next 24 to 36 hours. So our high-res weather tracker is showing us at 1 o'clock that storm line is weakening as it approaches the I-81 corridor into Rockingham, into areas of Augusta County, and then it begins to weaken even further as it moves east of the Blue Ridge on towards 1:32 o'clock, and then not a whole lot going on until after sunset through about midnight, and then a break, and then another round of showers, downpours, and thunderstorms will arrive on towards tomorrow morning and into the midday hour as the actual cold front moves through. And then the system will be gone by tomorrow night, and it'll turn cooler and drier and breezy. Remember, radar updates, interactive radar, and severe weather reports and alerts anytime through our Storm Team 29 weather app. Forecast today, cooler north and east in the 60s, but warmer south, perhaps near 80 into sections of Buckingham County, and in the lower 70s with that storm risk over the next 2 hours into the Shenandoah Valley. Tonight, showers and storms, lows in the 50s. Isolated severe weather is possible. Tomorrow, morning showers and storms, isolated severe weather, highs upper 50s to the mid 60s. Drying out tomorrow night on your 7-day forecast. And then Thursday, Friday, we're breezy and dry. So far, so good for the weekend. Highs in the 50s and 60s and lows perhaps in the frosty 30s. Jared?
All right.